Salut YouTube! On va commencer la vraie chasse au succès aujourd'hui. Pas le tonnerre, vraiment l'éclair. Ah oui! On va commencer la vraie chasse au succès. Et pour ça, on va aller voir une par une les princesses de chapitre 2 puis de chapitre 3. Et on va essayer plein de possibilités. C'est parti. Donc il y a beaucoup de... dialogues qu'on va passer, hein, bien sûr. Hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please.
You walk down the stairs. I am begging you.
Hi.
Et on va commencer par la
Do you
damoiselle.
think you can get me out of these chains?
You're only making this.
Thank you.
You're making no. You're doing the right
aller.
walk up. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's some doubtful.
On va voir.
Okay.
With someone else.
On redescend, c'est
Easier,
verrouillé, on m'a enfermé, au
There's a
secours.
slight panic.
If I could just...
She rips her flesh.
Elle est en
off
train de
the
se
blade from her
mâchonner,
oar.
c'est
We
pas
could-
très
you won't
grave. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
connais aussi un truc avec The
self-inflicted
Fury, mais
wound
je sais pas
on the
comment on
princess's
fait.
arm, just above the unyielding chain bind you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes her limb falls to the ground. She didn't so much know. She smiles softly as her gaze meets. How is she still smiling? Oh,
Thank you.
Allez.
no, we won't have any of that. The state as the prince. Wait, watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, but the princess dodges. Stop it! Stop! The
Resiste.
blade! Move as your body remains.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid.
On n'a pas fait
hands.
grand chose avec la demoiselle.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it in.
Oh no,
Stay. For her? Whatever.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not.
I'm so sorry.
With one, it can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from. Everything goes dark. And you die. You're on
Alors.
par.
En vrai, je vais surtout sauvegarder
You're here.
à la cabane. Hein.
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain. Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. Last time? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. Sure,
J'aime bien parce que quand on lui dit qu'il aime s'écouter parler, il confirme quand même. Oui, oui, effectivement, mais c'est pas le
Some
problème.
things are better kept. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Ah oui, il est très honnête. Lui, on peut pas lui enlever ça. Hein.
The interior.
Hop. On va sauvegarder là.
The blade is your imp.
On entre sans la lame, c'est tout.
The door to the basement creaks open, but it's still a stone. A soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her. We don't even know the princess. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Elle est
There's a
bébou.
heavy chain around her wrist. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
Boop.
She may not be able to hear my word. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way, waiting for you to come back. That's right, villain. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. And you've died before. So an entire world has... We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just... Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. We never saw a world... Are you listening to him? He's...
Alors. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé après que je sois morte?
You died, and now we're talking.
Effectivement. Je me souviens plus de... Je me souviens plus trop de ce qu'on lui a dit et pas dit. Désolé ce qui s'est passé la dernière fois.
Was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some
Allez, rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto
the world-ending monstrosity.
Complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have... Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depth. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end?
Hop là.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bind. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. And a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, who needs a weapon when we have the power?
What do we do now?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux faire?
Let me guess.
On l'avait fait celui-là.
Spoken with the rank sinister.
I don't actually know.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You're so gullible. He's the only...
I think I want to leave.
The princess closes her eyes and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
On va voir, il y a peut-être différents choix ici. Est-ce que tu veux détruire le monde? On lui avait déjà demandé.
Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
On lui avait déjà demandé ça, je me souviens. Allez, on va détruire le monde.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Okay, if that's what you think is best, then that's what we'll do when we leave. We'll bring ruin to everyone and everything. Nothing will be left standing in the wake of the unceasing entropy we'll unleash upon all of creation.
Okay, so whatever we do next, we should not let her out. She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
tes propres trucs, tu viens de me rencontrer, tu peux pas baser toute ta joie autour de moi.
If that's what makes you happy.
Is she...
Elle a des yeux encore plus gros.
What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qui lui arrive exactement? Je veux que tu me rendes malheureuse.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Qu'est-ce qui te rendrait heureuse?
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here? No! She was our perfect match! She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
What?
This... Yes.
Je veux juste voir si...
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the lantern.
Elle reste comme ça,
I'm
putain.
curious to see what it means for us to know.
Non, c'est terrifiant.
This one is soft and delicate. Do not mourn her.
Non. Allez, hein. Si tu veux partir, on va partir.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand.
Quelle
the last
angoisse!
hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it. Because moping, you and the princess walk up the stairs, and what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair.
She's right. It isn't fair. But enough with this. Of course. Are you listening?
Bon,
I'm just along for the
ça.
ride.
On va essayer différents trucs.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door. Ah! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts.
On n'avait pas fait comme ça la dernière fois,
Make
mais
your way upstairs, and the blade.
ça va rien faire de différent si je l'attaque maintenant de toute façon. Ce serait trop bizarre. Ce serait trop bizarre.
This path is already worn by travel and has been seen by one of my many eyes.
Wait, what?
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are
Okay.
going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did he? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed.
Oh,
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy.
Bon. Est-ce qu'il y a d'autres choses à faire avec la demoiselle? C'est ça la question. J'ai effacé la sauvegarde. Bon bah let's go. Hein. Oh quel échec!
Is that a...
Je peux pas retourner au menu juste? Main menu. Putain, j'ai jamais trouvé ce bouton. Tac. Je sais pas s'il y a autre chose à faire avec la demoiselle du coup. C'était suffisamment terrifiant comme ça. On va y aller vite. Hein.
Good. She's I am.
Thank
you. No, they're last.
I'm guessing.
Made down.
Okay.
Easier. There's a slight cheap that she ripped before. You
Ouais.
And you cut the blade as her. No. How is she?
Thank you.
Et la fin où elle se change en esquisse, ouais.
No.
C'était parfaitement terrifiant.
Stop your bot. Stop it. The blade.
I'm sorry.
She
Oh.
What? She can't just everything.
Ok, on y retourne.
But I do.
On va voir s'il y a d'autres possibilités. Tac. On va prendre la lame cette fois.
But it's still a stone basement.
Hello?
Her voice. Okay, we don't even. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. You walk down the. You know she. Oh, your spirit.
It's you.
Did you hear that? And she called us flatter. Wait, that's right. Well, only because we nothing horrible. Now we never. You listen.
Sauver la princesse.
What? Don't you see how? No, she's because I'm not. Would you rather? I think I'd. One of it. No, you're not. I'd listen. I can't believe it.
I'm free.
Ouais, ça change pas grand chose en fait d'avoir les.
You know what you're going to.
What do we do now? That sounds perfect.
Does the prince? Look. I will. You and.
Ça a pas l'air de changer grand chose.
I do. Of course. I'm just.
Well, I don't know. Do you?
Of course she can. Nobody.
Ouais, tu peux.
Okay, let me try.
The princess and the lock clicks. I told you she could do it. You and the princess.
That's the way out.
Yes, I suppose you are. Go. And then you are.
Wait.
Ouais, il a pas l'air d'y avoir grand chose d'autre. Hein.
Quick, our feather.
Je vais vérifier. On va vérifier. Tac. Hop. Ah, s'ils disent pas... Ah, c'est pas pratique ça. Si je passe par là. Ah, là j'ai tout. Ok. Alors ça on a. Ça j'ai pas. Ok, ça je l'ai raté alors qu'on venait de le faire. Super. Et ça on l'avait. Ok. Donc en fait il va falloir que je refasse le moment où je lui demande ce qui la rendrait heureuse. Hein.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't. It makes sense.
I just want to make you happy.
Is she? What's going?
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem.
La musique elle est trop
She's
bizarre.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
En fait, il fallait finir la route pour avoir le succès. En fait, c'est pas la même demoiselle quand on fait ça. Pas le même vaisseau.
I will be here.
Voilà, là on l'a eu. La demoiselle déconstruite.
You're on a path.
On peut revenir là. Non, je veux pas overwrite. On a un autre succès. Mince, je l'ai eu celui-là et j'ai pas fait attention. Ah oui, je l'avais eu. It's all she wanted. C'est pour ça que je croyais que j'avais eu le succès de la déconstruite, mais non. De continuellement lui demander ce qui fait son bonheur, ça fait un succès aussi. Et je crois qu'on a tous les succès de la demoiselle. Donc effectivement, c'était la route rigolote dont tu parlais, Pando. On les a terminés. Sachant que dans les autres VOD, si vous voulez YouTube, on a eu 2 succès avec The Grey, qui est donc la deuxième, le chapitre 3 quand on tue la demoiselle, et justement on a un succès quand on la tue. Et les autres succès consistent à la libérer et à finir comme on l'a fait avant. Donc on a tous ces succès. On va passer sur une autre route. Et j'ai bien envie d'aller faire la prisonnière. Tac. Hop. Comme ça, on va faire les 2 princesses chill. Les 2 plus chill, elles vont être là.
The blade. You take the. Oh, she's don't let it.
On continue.
She's focus on the.
And there you are. Are you here?
Pourquoi je voudrais te tuer? Parce que j'ai un couteau, je sais, je lâche le couteau. Je vais lui parler. On a assez parlé, même si on n'a rien dit. Et on va aider la princesse.
My doubt. She speaks. If we were stuck down, you attempt to. You make it easier.
I heard the door to the knife.
You won't.
On sauve la
You
princesse.
cut the she turns free from how.
Thank.
No, as the white watch.
Il va nous en empêcher, sauf qu'on lui dit nique ta mère.
The blade.
I'll make this quick.
She steps forward,
Maybe I'll see you in another.
and then she's her face. This is the end. I'm afraid it is.
Voilà.
You're
On y va.
just eat. The
Et
interior.
on en est là. On va sauvegarder ça là. Et c'est
The
parti.
only the blade.
Je prends la lame.
Take the good.
On y va.
The door to the bed.
Is that
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock. Should we be worried? Why would you? Have you noticed the?
what an interesting development? Why don't you have a seat?
Hop.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you.
J'aurais
Now,
pu attendre, ça
what are your
sauvegarder pour au
intentions
cas où.
for me?
On va voir. Comment ça?
Yes, your intentions. There isn't a keyhole in the.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Comment je suis censé te libérer?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros?
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Ok.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The world ends if we fail, right? Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain?
Yes, explain it.
Sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing.
You wouldn't.
I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
A little.
You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Moi je
You
joue
close
que
your
ouais.
eyes. That doesn't stop you from hearing every grisly detail. The splitting of skin, the wet mulching of severed veins, the grinding of metal against bone. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she?
Elle fait ton boulot à ta place.
So that's her play. Killing herself? We don't know that she's dead yet. We're not even watching it happen. She could just be faking those sounds.
Elle pourrait faire semblant avec ses bruits, genre elle feindrait ses bruits. Comment?
Then, finally, you hear a snap and an uneasy silence. There is a slow and fleshy tear. Hard to fake that.
Ah.
This is worse than watching.
Yet our eyes are still closed.
Finally, there's the
C'est
soft
pire que de
thud
regarder,
of something
c'est non,
roughly
c'est faux.
head-sized
Je préfère ça.
bouncing against the floor, and the clattering of chains as they drop along with it. I think you can open your eyes now.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. What did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Est-ce qu'on peut la
The
remettre?
princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead.
Congratulations. You saved the world. I
Bah, let's
hate
go.
this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Il a pas envie de rester là, il est trop mal à l'aise. Je sais qu'il faut que je la prenne avec moi.
Fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids.
Oh.
Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
She didn't. She's dead.
But what if she's not?
Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open
Elle est pas
it.
morte, le monde est encore là.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait,
What?
no, that's not right.
Well played.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. But it's already... over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's
Horrible.
colder.
Je crois que je préfère la fin où... la fin qu'on a eue où on est enfermé avec elle, hein, très honnêtement. Est-ce que du coup ça compte comme un vaisseau différent?
She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a...
On va voir ça.
I'm begging. This...
You're right.
It's you. Ah oui, elle a le corps et la tête. Bah d'accord.
Finds me. Yes, this one is cold and cynical. She has protected. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be
Du coup,
protected
je vais
any
voir
longer.
s'il y a...
Not there is.
si ça fait un succès particulier.
She asks you.
Effectivement. Ramener la tête de la prisonnière, c'est un succès. Ok. Il doit y avoir d'autres choses à faire. Je le fais moi-même.
Do you think these chains take away my saying things? I said no.
As you move towards the princess, in an instant they're around your neck, the metal chains constrict around your...
Drop the knife or you die.
What does she do?
I can see where she...
I don't know. How many times did I...
Ok.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick. Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair, smiling
direct.
slightly.
Ok.
You can
Ok, ok.
stay right where you are for this next part.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another...
Alors, je veux juste vérifier avant de faire ça parce que au secours. Vaisselle, ça je l'ai eu. Ça je l'ai eu, ça je l'ai eu. Ok, on a tout eu, on n'a pas besoin de s'infliger ça. Salut. On n'a pas besoin de s'infliger la décapitation. J'avoue que je préfère, hein, parce que au secours. Hop. Ensuite. Qui est-ce qu'on peut aller voir? Qui est-ce que vous avez envie d'aller voir pour la prochaine princesse? Tac, tac. On peut aller revoir The Beast. C'est un peu rigolo. On a tout fait avec le démon? Non. Adversary. On va aller la voir alors. On n'a pas tout fait avec The Adversary.
Your honor, your... You make your way. A warn. She will... We're not gonna ignore him.
Je me souviens plus comment on va la voir,
The interior of the
Adversary.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ah. Tac. Excusez-moi, je vais juste revérifier que j'ai bien la route en tête parce que je suis pas sûr. Est-ce que... C'est ça que je voulais. Ouais, c'était bien ça. J'avais la route en tête, c'est bon. C'est ça. On y va.
Who's there?
She said, don't... Good.
On y va.
She's so focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talking then. I'm probably chained up. So?
She's unarmed.
Hop.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess. She squints back.
The two of you are gonna do this for...
Je me souviens plus ce qui se passe quand j'insiste.
You squint, so does... At least nobody's... You're going to have... Doubt.
Ouais,
For
voilà.
a moment of distraction and hesitate. It feels like you... Holy sh... Though she's unarmed. We can still... Can you not... The two of you clash for the final...
Oh.
The two of you fall.
This?
The princess got...
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. Do you really think this?
But you don't have time to worry over such things.
You're on...
Voilà. The Adversary. On y va.
Oh... The point...
Hop.
The blade is your
Moi je dis, on y va sans armes.
No knife this time. As long as you can still get the job done. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase. Her fierce voice.
Is that another challenger?
This isn't what good. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure as you descend the final...
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to... But no little knife this time. No. I hope you're not just here to chat. Aside from your empty hands, you...
Alright, fine. What? You've already met the princess? You don't... of course!
On l'a fait.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to...
Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
Non, je m'en fous. bats pas. Je peux pas lui dire que je me bats pas, je continue à parler. Je suis là pour parler.
Why? You didn't want to talk last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again?
Je vais te libérer.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Pourquoi tu voudrais pas être
Are you
libéré?
sure we want
Je
to
crois qu'on
look
l'a
a
déjà
gift
dit.
horse in the mouth right now? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
There's nothing out there for me. All I want is to keep knowing what it feels like to kill you and be killed by you. I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
I think I'll just let the princess speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer.
And there's only one choice worth making. Fight her. Win.
Non, je m'en vais.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining
Viens, mon
metal.
chat.
And then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision and you have to make it fast.
Viens là, mon chat. Ah, tu me caches l'écran. Die.
Okay. The princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall. Why, for the love of everything, did you decide to do that? It doesn't matter because everything goes dark and you die. Great job.
No. Come on. We can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her.
I'm not the one who decided you should die here. Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have...
Oh merde. C'était pas voulu.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path,
C'est pas ce que je voulais. On va garder ça là. Mais c'est pas ce que je voulais.
the blade...
Je continue d'y aller
as long as you get the door. Her fit is this good as much. Looks like she could rip.
Oh, but no.
Je m'en vais.
Oh, you've got another thing.
As you step and then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision.
Puis...
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you.
Bon, je suis pas sûr que la porte fasse grand chose, honnêtement.
You're safe, if only for a moment.
The blade. Take the blade from the altar.
Non.
Are you sure about that?
Do you think this door is enough to hold me? You're not getting out of this. I don't care how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
The iron cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine.
Elle a déglingué une grosse chaîne en métal. Je pense pas qu'on soit sauf.
If we had a weapon, we'd be fine.
Yes, you should probably pick up the blade, shouldn't you?
Non.
I'd feel a lot safer with it. Before you can act, another impact shakes the cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors.
She comes.
The doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against the walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
After everything we've been through, I can't believe this is going to end with you cowering in a corner. You're pathetic.
We're doomed. In a fit of
On est
violence,
foutu.
the princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. She is merciless. With every blow comes a bloom of fresh pain, igniting nerves you didn't know you even had. Your skin bruising and splitting and bleeding as her fists rain down
On
relentlessly.
se fait fracasser la gueule, hein, je
Thankfully,
résume.
you won't have to bear this agony much longer. Your body has its limits, and she has found them.
I hate this.
With your body a shapeless pulp, her fingers wrap around what's left of your neck.
You disgust me.
You hear a snap.
Ah.
Then everything goes dark. And you die.
Merde. Ça suffit. Ça suffit.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would
Je veux la
suggest.
faire sortir.
Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
Ah, mais qu'est-ce qui
implement.
nous manque du coup?
You'll need
Je
it
vais
if you want
vérifier
to do
parce
this
que...
right.
Ta... Ah non. Ouais, il y a ça. Ok, il y en a un qu'on peut faire.
As long as you can the door.
Is
This girl, as much as you descend, looks like she could rip those.
oh, it's you again, but
Je fight à main nue.
We'll have to see how this goes. Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit that pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh.
On l'avait
Her
vu ça,
fists
je me
and
souviens
elbows
plus.
return the blows in kind, bruises
Je me souviens
blossoming in
plus si
her
on l'avait
wake,
fait ça.
and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Are you serious?
That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me?
Die.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're...
Not dead anymore.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself back to your feet. You're... alive. The princess takes a
On
step
s'est fait
back,
déglinguer par contre. Hein.
looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
On va voir, on va voir. On essaye. Alors tu m'as bien tué, je suis juste devenu meilleur.
Maybe this will be a good fight after all.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits, every movement burns.
This is getting boring. Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating, no, lethal blow. Everything goes dark again. you die. Again.
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure
Allez,
she can't
never
do
give
what
up.
we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
On
Once
se
more,
relève.
Push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything? Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before?
No, we haven't. This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
J'ose même pas imaginer à quoi on ressemble.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing. Everything goes dark and we die?
Gna, 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 gna.
Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
You're on a path in the woods, and
Vas-y, je garde ça. Attends. Le garde là.
Alright, change of plans. We're taking the blade.
Oh, le stubborn en mode gna 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 gna. Je m'enfuis.
No, you don't.
she steps forward. Her bindings creak, and then they snap. It was only, and then she slams into.
Ah oui, d'accord, elle me déglingue. Ok.
Though we're not. Are you sure?
There's only one.
Once
Je
more.
me lève.
And we know this.
Bon, d'accord, je me lève pas.
Something like that.
Qu'est-ce qu'il me reste à faire? Ça, je l'ai fait.
Well,
Gna gna gna.
the cabin is.
On la lame cette fois.
Is
this girl as much as you descend? Looks like she could.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping. And you brought your little. I'm going to have.
Ok. Je suis là pour te libérer.
Free her.
Are you really just gonna?
There's nothing out there for me.
All I want to feel that.
I think.
And there's.
Je veux la
I'm sorry,
libérer.
did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going?
She doesn't even want to.
Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implication, I mean, we have a weapon, right? While she's trying to. Yeah. Why not?
Pardon, je vais un peu vite.
And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here? Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it? No, it's not. Actually, no, you're not. I have a responsibility to the world here, and I'm not just going to let you throw yourself into a scenario where the literal best outcome is the end of everything. Until you come up with any other idea, your body remains standing rigidly in place.
What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of doll.
Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling and your hand twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can make you do whatever I want.
C'est du génie.
So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
Ah, c'est du génie.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
The princess, taken aback, flashes her own huge gesture in return.
Ah, je screen ça.
Hey, you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, I don't think there's much he can do to actually stop you.
Oh la vache.
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally. I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
With a slash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears. It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow? Yes.
Yes.
Come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead. You're just flipping the table over.
It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over.
All right, fine. This whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time. You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there.
On l'a oublié celle-là, non? Il m'en manquait une en fait. Bah let's go. On y va.
You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage. I hate puzzles. Yeah, of course you do.
I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind?
Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens.
Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Enlighten me then.
I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here.
So where does that leave us?
It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. The only way to do that is
La musique est vénère encore.
But we didn't stop her last time. We died. Yet here we are in a world unended. A different world unended, to be sure, but there's still solid ground beneath our feet. What the hell are you going on about? Even if he isn't lying, reality clearly continues to be real. So I want to see what happens when she leaves. I think we all need to see the truth.
You absolutely do not need to see that. I've already told you the truth, and the only thing to see after she leaves is the end of everything. It's not worth it.
Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man. Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted.
The rest of you had better keep those two in check. They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
Allez, on avance.
It isn't long before you find
Il y a quand même
yourself
une
at the
cabane.
end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. Hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis. There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to do.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror at the end of it.
A mirror? Does he really not?
Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door.
It is a door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation.
Who cares what it is? It's in our way, we should smash it. Take it.
Ouais, bah écoutez, on va voir s'il y a différents choix, hein. J'y vais, hop là.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you... It's a bit grimy. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement, as if on
C'est pas tellement une porte non plus,
slides
hein, il
open,
exagère.
scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
She hasn't changed as much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
Allez.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you.
We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face droops.
There you are. But this time you don't even have that little knife.
Do you think this is a joke? Do you need me to break those fragile bones again to remind you how serious this is?
Good. You don't even have to goad her. She's doing it all herself. Let her break those chains and then run for the basement. She'll chase us without a second thought.
Sacré cuisse, ouais. Très clairement.
You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't. Tough. It's not the...
Merde.
Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it? Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
We're planning on it.
C'était le plan.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You sure we don't want a weapon?
We don't have time.
Pas le
We just
temps, pas
have
le
to
temps.
get her outside. That's what matters.
You're making a mistake.
On n'a pas le temps.
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it was stuck.
Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing. Just barrel through.
No! Your
Allez.
skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll.
Les portes, ça ne fait pas peur.
You bastard.
Ça dégage.
You You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right. It's cold. Why is it so cold? I feel so
Miam.
tired.
Et voilà. Bah, on l'avait pas faite, cette princesse-là. Comme ça, au moins. On a libéré quelqu'un qui voulait pas être libéré.
Where did she go? I'm begging. This.
Ah.
Screw.
Je fais la fin juste pour avoir un petit bisou pour tout régler, c'est vrai.
Something finds.
C'est immense.
Yes.
Fragile Vessel, hein, elle l'appelle quand même. Elle l'appelle quand même un... Merde, pas un vaisseau, mais un... Ah, j'ai encore pas retrouvé le mot.
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against
Elle est
mine.
fragile à l'intérieur.
Not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth. Not there is no... Bring me.
Make me forget.
You want.
Hop. Et on load et on retourne là. Je prends la lame cette fois.
You step forward. You reach forward and we best remember how to get back up. You turn to face what her face was.
There you are, knife in hand.
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way to get us both out. And we need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier, but tough shit. We're the ones in control here. It's not... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be...
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Je me battrai pas.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation.
Oui, faut que j'abandonne.
What is all of this for? What's the...
You condone. Locks are nothing. No!
Die.
You neatly throw yourself as your body pulls taut as her hand. Before you can even try to pull away, she slams you into the wall, your head bouncing dangerously off the hard stone. Shit. We had a plan. We should have stuck to it.
Why does this feel so empty? Why does it feel so wrong? This isn't how things are supposed to go. This is so cold and disappointing.
Your body still reeling from the impact, your eyes fall on her fist as it drills towards your skull with lethal intent. She's gone, and there's that. I'm begging.
Je pense pas que ça changera quelque chose, mais au cas où. Ça devrait rien changer, hein. Je devrais pas avoir autre chose. Voilà, ok. Qu'est-ce qui nous manque? Ah, ok. Ok, ok. Donc on va load là. Il nous reste un truc à faire avec Eye of the Needle. On peut la combattre. Oh, j'aurais dû casser le miroir. Rien à foutre.
We best turn her face. If we're trying, really, it's the only. You know what? Tough. It's not. Yeah.
Well, so go on.
Fight.
Make the first move.
Change of
À
plans.
l'attaque.
Boys. Thought we were on the same page.
Change of
I can't
plan,
believe you
boys.
give up the game so easy. You charge headlong into the princess, blade flashing in the dim light of the basement.
Yes, 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 yes! Finally, you get it!
For a moment, the scales feel balanced, each of you inflicting debilitating wounds on the other, striking in a dizzying synchronicity. But it isn't long before they tip in her favor. The cuts and bruises you've inflicted seem little more than superficial, barely so much as slowing her down as she continues her onslaught. You, in contrast, are finding it harder to stand as your body gradually becomes less responsive, less powerful, less stable. You can tell she's trying to make it last, but all it would take is one meaningful strike. The coup de grace.
Le coup de gras.
This was good, but you could have been so much better. I'm beyond you now.
Here it comes. I'll see you all on the other side.
Ah, ça a pas marché. C'est pas comme ça qu'on la bat.
She's gone.
Ok, ok, ok. Il y a une autre solution. Je crois que j'ai une idée.
You step.
On y va sans lame.
You bring your fist. Yeah, hissing up her voice.
Do you have more?
On y va sans l'épée. On la tire.
Do you need me to?
You know what? Tough. It's not. Yeah. Doesn't feel bloody desire in her eyes. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you know the plan. You reach the.
La tire et là,
You're making.
l'épée.
Stumble as you reach for the blade. In most circumstances, it would mean nothing, but in such a confined.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
Your body pulls
Ah
taut
bah,
as her
FF.
hand wraps around your arm. Before you can even try to pull up. Shit, we had.
Bon, ça on l'a déjà
Your body's.
vu. Y a rien de nouveau. Nick. Ah, il va falloir trouver la solution pour l'abattre. Il y a un succès qui consiste à l'abattre.
You good. You step forward and approach the.
La VOD est longue, désolé YouTube.
You bring your fist to her voice.
Do you?
Et c'est pas fini, on n'a pas tous les succès des adversaires encore.
There you are.
Commence à faire sombre.
Knife in hand. How thrilling.
If we're trying, it's you know what? Tough. Yeah.
Well, so
Allez.
go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Je
Step
m'approche.
forward, stopping just outside the reach of her chains. The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight.
Bloody desire in her eyes. The princess. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the tunnel,
Anywhere you go.
we're planning on it. You reach the
What is all of this for? What's the point?
You continue to.
Faut cette
the door.
vibe en vrai, c'est vrai.
It'd be a real shame if it was stuck. Don't lock. No. Your skin. You glance back.
What is this? I feel so.
Ah, j'arrive pas à trouver. C'est bien ça pourtant, hein.
Good. You reach forward and before you have.
Do you have more?
We best. You
Voyons,
turn
voyons.
to her face.
There.
If we're trying to. It's the only. You know, tough. Yeah.
What? So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Il faut que je l'attire.
You step the princess.
I'm not going to.
Bloody desire in her eyes. The prince. Okay, without hesitation, as you.
J'ai pas beaucoup de choix en fait dans cette
Don't listen. Locks are nothing. Just barrel through. No.
taille.
You neatly throw yourself against the wall sheet. We had up.
What this?
Your body still.
Est-ce que quelqu'un a une idée de la suite d'événements à suivre? J'ai l'impression d'avoir payé beaucoup de choses quand même. Je vais regarder si juste un guide. La battez dehors.
You reach forward in her voice. If we bet you to her. If we, you know, yeah.
Well, so go on.
On va enlever ça.
You step the prince.
Your
Okay, without hesitation.
S'enfuit. On l'attire dehors.
Your skin hums tight with adrenaline. You glance back at the.
What is it's I feel so
She's
Pardon?
fine.
J'ai pas compris. Excusez-moi, je vais retrouver. Nanana. Et pourquoi ça me propose pas les choix dont il me parle?
The princess.
Your I'm not.
Bloody desire. Okay, without hesitation. As you we're plan. You reach the.
What is all?
Don't list locks and no.
En fait, il faut que je
Skin,
sorte.
you glance.
what is this place? I feel so
Et là, je suis censé avoir un choix de dialogue, mais je l'ai pas. Ah, ce système de load et d'effacer la sauvegarde est quand même pas pratique, on va pas se mentir. Je vais essayer une dernière fois.
You bring your fist of Jeff. If we bet you to huff.
There. Do you need?
You know, yeah, bloody desire. Okay, without hesitation. We're plan. You read. You can don't locks. No. Your skin hums tight with the you glance.
what is this place? I feel
She's.
Je comprends pas. Je comprends pas pourquoi j'ai pas le dialogue dont on me parle.
You take the.
Non, c'est pas ce que je voulais faire.
You bring your
Essayez
fist
autre chose.
of Jeff. We best you to huff.
There. Do you?
You know, yeah, bloody do. Okay, without this, you reach the. Don't. You're making.
Faut que je lui parle avant peut-être.
You stump.
So you do want?
You're before shit. We had.
What this?
Your body still reeling from the imp.
Il y a vraiment un souci, je crois.
Just a bit.
You reach forward before you was
Je lui parle avant. Je fais un dernier essai.
This is getting us no agree. If we best you to her face.
There. Do you?
You know, yeah, bloody desire. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here without hesitation. We're planning. You reach the ledge and you don't lock. No. Your skin. You blind.
What? It's. I feel.
Non. Ouais, je pense que je commence à me dire qu'il faut une condition sur le chapitre d'avant. Bah tant pis. Bon, la VOD est déjà assez longue comme ça en plus, alors on va s'arrêter là YouTube. Je vous fais des bisous, on verra la prochaine fois ce qu'on fait pour finir ces chapitres-là. À la prochaine, ciao!